the honor to invite Third Secretary, Political Economic Section, Embassy of Poland of India, Mr. Konrad Duda, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for him, come on.
Right, a very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Konrad, and I am pleased and honored to be here with you today at the Digital Bharat Summit. Now, a big thank you to all of the organizers, and a big shout out to each and every one of you who has had his or her hand in arranging this momentous event. Over the course of today, you already have heard, and you still will hear, speeches, presentations, and discussions about India's thriving ICT sector, each one of them weaving its own version of that tale, each one of them much more informative than what I'm about to say. So I don't want to dawdle, I want to keep it brief and perhaps give you a slightly different perspective. It is already a cliche to say that today the world is facing a plethora of crises. From climate change, food and energy security, migration, mass migration for that matter, post-pandemic slowdown, and now Russia's invasion against Ukraine. It is exactly why today the idea of extensive cooperation, especially cooperation beyond the traditional, you could say, typical partnerships, takes on a new meaning. We all, of course, see the value in international solidarity aiming at citizens' protection, but we should not forget about the role that technology plays in solving these crises. Poland is responding responsibly, alliteration, to the current issues, and definitely understands the exigency, the urgency to innovate. Today I want to share with you a few examples of success stories and perhaps inspire you for the future. Starting not with tech itself, but with regulatory measures in cybercrime. Now, my country, a little bit over 30 years ago, has shed the yoke of communism and stepped up from a very large abyss and of technological backwardness. And today we're talking about introducing the Act on National Cyber Security System. We've introduced EU 5G network cybersecurity solutions and developed a holistic cybersecurity strategy for the entire country. Now, if that is not progress in about 30 years, then I don't know what is. These measures, along with many others, such as campaigns aimed at senior citizens or frequent training sessions for public sector individuals, I would argue they effectively reduce the number of cyber attacks, and I would argue that they create a culture of raised awareness of that domain. Obviously, cloud solutions cannot be absent from a modern infrastructure, and I am pleased to say that only recently a giant in this field, now I'm not really supposed to mention names, but it was Microsoft, has chosen Poland for locating its newest trusted cloud region, which will be comprised of several data centers across the country. But even in terms of our original products, Polish experts have developed a pilot computing cloud service provision system, and a broad catalog of more than 420 related services provided by over 40 verified vendors. But other than sounding fancy, technology is here to help in our daily lives. And in Poland, we strive to improve, especially e-health, not just for the tech savvy. We are in the process of making online appointments, access to medical databases and treatment history, bread and butter of every citizen, especially those less than proficient with IT services. And as you probably all understand, this presents a whole different set of challenges on its own. Even as development of education is rapidly advancing and our entertainment and gaming sector is leaping to new highs. By the way, do check out the Polish gaming sector. It's much more than just the famous Witcher. It is the e-government sector where we really show our forte. With what we call trusted profile, not unlike the Indian Aadhaar. Every citizen can send documents to public entities, check driving penalty points, access online medical accounts, handle business registration, apply for child benefits, or file tax returns. Together with the M-Citizen app, which allows applying for IDs, collecting secured mail, checking medical history, and what was especially relevant during the pandemic, receiving a COVID passport. These solutions have unified a set of previously separate and, I would argue, disparate services. It is all done in an integrated, hopefully user-friendly way. If my mother and grandma can use it, then I suppose it works. We're all, of course, well aware that India has made impressive leaps in this field over the last years. The sheer number of initiatives launched by the Indian government, I would say, speaks of the rapid growth of this sector, and the amount of startups in the previously mentioned Bengaluru of all places. It really positions India as a leader in this domain. So we just wanted to share our own small take on this matter. Let me say this emphatically then. Polish experience in this matter can be a definite complement to India's achievement in this field. So I hope in the last few minutes I have slightly, if only slightly, piqued your interest to that effect. And I won't hold you hostage any longer from all the amazing speeches lined up for today. So just before I rush off this stage, let me leave you with one thought. The future is bright, especially with technology and common shared passion for progress, which bring us together. So consider our small corner of the globe, if talking about corner on a spherical object is not nonsensical. Consider it for your next source of inspiration. Consider it for your next collaboration. Thank you all for being a fantastic audience. And
with that, I would like to request Ms. Tanya Tiku to please step on the stage and felicitate all of them one by one. Now we would like to thank Mr. Konrad Duda, ladies and gentlemen. आप सभी की जोरदार तालियों के साथ. Come on, everybody.